back to the Engine Performance Expo. So much information being shared, guys. We had to give Lake a break, though. Broad Lake has been going for a couple of days.
You got to wind him up, and he goes for quite a while, but eventually he's got to have a little recharge and swap out the batteries.
Exactly. But we've got a cool product spotlight. We got Kevin Feeny from P1 as in Point One, talking about studs and fasteners. What I think is cool is the name, though. Tell us a little bit about that, Kevin, because it's kind of an ethos for the product.
It is. I mean, we're all about quality and at every step of the manufacturing process. And Point One was really established because the premise, especially in racing, when 99.9% is not good enough and you're looking for that 0.1%, we're always striving for that, in quality and strength of our parts.
And so who better to help grill Kevin than Ben and Billy, of course. You spent a lot of time in this area, and without the appropriate, clamping force and fasteners, like none of this works.
And not only have we both spent a lot of time working on this, but we've both spent a lot of time at the facility at Point One, and it lives up to the name. I mean, you'd have to admit their capabilities there are over the top, Billy.
Oh, absolutely. It's one of the best metallurgical labs I've ever seen. We were driving up, and I'm looking at the building, and I see this big nitrogen tower. And I'm like, ooh, they've got some heat treat stuff in there, because nothing else needs that much liquid nitrogen. I'm just like kid in a candy store. And it's amazing because you go in there with Kevin. Kevin was my boss for decades, or at least, a decade. And, get in there and getting to play in their metallurgical lab, getting to go by all their machinery, seeing what's going on with their heat treat, it's absolutely amazing. And the people there, from the owner down, I mean, talking about going through there and caring about each machine, knowing everything about machines and just crawling all over the shop floor. It's amazing. And the shop floor is just like a studio. It's beautiful. It's a great place.
And not only is their metallurgy like Point One, I mean, it's top level, but so is their metrology.
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. You guys have been talking about surface finish, and you've been talking about, all that stuff, and like the ability to measure and know what you have to work with material wise on the metallurgy side, and then guarantee that you're making what you're hoping to make. I have not come across a lot of places like that.
Yeah, it's really a unique environment. Everybody is just getting familiar with the Point One brand, and we've actually celebrated 50 years of manufacturing with the parent company last year. So we're not new to manufacturing, American-made manufacturing. Just a new name in the fastener world, but unique situation, and respect that we put all the disciplines in place, did all the research, understanding the market needs. And again, quality is first and foremost. I mean, we start quality as soon as the material comes in the door. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're actually we buy only certified material, raw materials when it comes in the door, but we don't trust that we're getting what we've ordered. Right? We take their certification, it goes in the the metallurgy lab, and we spot check and make sure everything is matching up to what we ordered.
Yeah, y'all take a part of the bar and actually cut it out, and they'll do a chemical analysis first, and then they'll look at the metallurgical properties. So not only do they know is the right ingredients in the cake, but is the cake as strong as it's supposed to be?
Yeah.
And they do the same thing with the blocks when they get in aluminum, when they do some top fuel blocks and things like that. All of that's looking down to the very, the Point One.
I think the other thing that makes your place so interesting, Kevin, is how incredibly vertically integrated you are. Like from when the metal comes in, material comes in the door, all the way up through a finished fastener. You're doing the labeling, you're doing the boxing. I mean, literally every step of the process happens right there. You're not shipping stuff off and waiting for it to come back. I mean, that's a huge investment of effort to control every aspect of making a fastener.
It certainly is. And I mean, the end of the day, we put it pretty simply, we like to sleep at night, right? Mm-hmm. So, we understand. I mean, we've been on the consumer side of it, on the manufacturing side of it, using fasteners, and, understand, the requirements, and, again, every, quality has got to be checked at every step. I mean, getting the material in the door, going through the blanking, whether we're cold forging it or hot forging it, through the heat treat process, and heat treat is critical. Mm-hmm. Like, obviously, in fasteners, amongst other things, your manufacturing is, if you got to depend on somebody to outsource that to, so certainly today's times we're concerned about lead times, but really just controlling it, if you send it out and if they want to mix up the recipe a little bit, if you will, to fit their needs, and it may not fit our needs or, ultimately our customers' needs. So, it's just important at every step of the way, all the way through packaging, like you indicate. I mean, we've, been that guy that's been there at, 12 o'clock on a Friday night getting ready for, a race the next day, and, you don't want to be short of component.
Well, or you just think about some stuff that you can't even control. You take all this care and time to make a fastener, and then we don't want to just toss them in a box and wrap them in paper and then ship them off, because you don't know what UPS, FedEx, they're getting drop kicked across the field. You guys, you're protecting the threads, you're, hand placing them in the boxes and then, foam over them, like every step of the way, like literally to go there and witness the door opens, a truck drives in with raw materials, all the way to like it shows up on your doorstep and you go, man, even the packaging is 0.1%. It's a super impressive operation.
Yeah. So, Billy, did you have?
Yeah, I did mean I hate. I can't not touch it, and I don't need
you want to touch it.
But I mean, this little piece that people don't understand, like this rod bolt. Kevin spent so many years trying to get out of valve springs, but this little rod bolt, when it's stretched, it's under such high stress through this area. This is like a spring. And so you have to treat the metallurgy, the surface finish, everything from the rolled threads to how this is ground and polished is all about getting the ultimate strength you can there so they can put more clamping force. So you can use a lighter fastener to create the same loads to hold your engine together.
Yeah, because ultimately it's the clamp load that we have to depend on to make the engine stay together.
Right. Right. This isn't just a bolt being bolt. This is a spring holding everything together.
Definitely not the kind of thing to skimp out on when you're building a high-performance racing engine that you want to go win races with.
Yeah, these guys are the king of, when good enough's not good enough, you need to come check out what they're up to.
So let's get to the most important part, Kevin. Like for people out there who are watching now and in the future, if they're like, oh my goodness, I didn't know about these guys, and I want to check out what they've got and find out more information. People who are uninitiated, where can they find out more about you?
Yeah, the best place to find more about us is at p1mfg.com. We've got a nice virtual tour of the facility, go through all of our capabilities, and show the metallurgy lab and metrology lab, and understand who we are and what we do.
You guys can hit that website, find out more information, and let me tell you, you got to get up close and personal. It is like jewelry. Billy, I'm with you. Like, oh my gosh, they're amazing.
You're going to see wow.
Exactly. Kevin, thank you very much.
I appreciate it.
Great job, gentlemen. Thank you very much. Sure. Excellent work. We got more to come from the Engine Performance Expo. Of course, we want you to subscribe. Seeing those subscription numbers go up on the YouTube channel, that is amazing. We want you to share it as well. And the next roundtable, your questions, if you've got one, throw it up in there. We're going all day long. We're going to reveal the big horsepower numbers, all kinds of great stuff coming. So stick with us here at the Engine Performance Expo. Let's hit that next video. What a day, what a day, what a day. Yeah, my brain is swollen. I've learned so much today. They told us, don't start cars. We are not going to listen.